So this is the July 7th, 2026 meeting of the Franklin Township Sewerage Authority. April, can we have a roll call vote? Roll call, please.
Yes. Mr. Ann Berenson?
Here.
Ms. Ford? Okay. Mr. Schmidt?
Here.
Ms. Francois?
Here.
Ms. Davenport?
Right here. I was muted.
Okay. And I don't believe Chairman Farugi has joined us yet.
Next order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance. Everyone can stand and I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with law and justice for all. Thank you. April, I still haven't received your email for the chairperson's statement.
Check that now. I just pushed it again.
Still nothing. Oh, here it comes. Okay.
And now you'll probably get it like 3 times.
I just got it. So, chairperson's statement, in accordance with the provisions of Chapter 231, New Jersey Public Laws of 1975, the Open Building Meetings Act, adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by giving a notice to the Courier News, posting the agenda in the public lobby of this building 48 hours prior to this meeting, delivery of this notice to the Franklin Township clerk at least 48 hours prior to this meeting, and mailing a notice to those persons properly requesting to be mailed notification of meetings at least 48 hours prior to this meeting. Next is we're having a hearing on the connection fee.
All right, did you do public comment in minutes?
I did not. Hold on a second.
Yeah, after
Okay.
the chairperson statement, it's a motion to open.
I just got the working agenda. I got it. So, okay. I need a motion to open the meeting for public comments.
So moved. Second.
Any members of the public wishing to speak?
Seeing no members from the public, I make a motion to close the public session. I second.
Okay. Next order of business is the approval of the minutes of the June 2nd, 2026 working session regular board meeting. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
And roll call.
Mr. Ann Berenson? Mr. Amberenson? I'll come back. Ms. Ford? Mr. Schmidt?
Here. Yes.
Ms. Francois?
Yes.
Ms. Davenport?
Yes.
And I'm not sure who caller 2 is or caller 1. Has Chairman Faruqi joined us?
Yeah, this is the Miss Haruki.
Okay, you're number 2. And Ms. Ford?
Is she on?
She doesn't look like she's on anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
she sent me a message that she's having trouble connecting.
Tom is on, but you didn't get his vote yet.
Sorry, I was muted if I was called.
so that was a yes vote by Commissioner Amberes.
Yes.
All right, we can move on to the executive summary, professional reports.
Brian, I'm actually going to send you right now the agenda that would have the connection fee discussion and also the budget introduction. It's coming now. And Joe, you're CC'd on that as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm still waiting for it. There it comes. Okay.
Got it?
Amended agenda, that's what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it'll just be a little bit out of order where we go back to the connection fee, number 4, and then number 5 with the budget introduction.
Okay, so number 4 is the connection fee.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so this is the hearing on the connection fee for 2026.
Wait a minute, Brian, I still gotta ask, why are we going, from the working agenda, why are we going out of order?
The working agenda did not include the connection fee or the budget introduction. The regular agenda did, so I just forwarded you both that one.
Ah, okay, very good.
Okay.
All right, so we're on the connection fee. Hearing. Joe, we have the revision to the connection fee.
I'm sorry, Brian, repeat your question?
We have your report on the revision to the connection fee.
Yeah, so the connection fee is for new connections to our system. And the amount of the connection fee is determined by our auditor, who has quite a complex assessment dictated by statute of the value of our assets and the cost of running those assets, and down to the cost of EDUs, and comes up with a connection fee. And every year we go along, we're not required to go along with it, but every year we go along with the proportionate connection fee equation that the auditor gives us.
And the connection fee for this fiscal year, June 1st, 2026 through May 31st, 2027, is $4,337 as compared to last year, which was $3,915. There's a resolution in the packet for approval later in the meeting. But we need to open up this to comments from the public on the connection fee. So is there a motion to open the connection fee hearing to members of the public?
So moved.
Second.
Any members of the public wishing to make comment on the connection fee revision for this fiscal year? No members of the public. Can we have a motion to close?
Moved.
Close.
Okay, thank you. Next item on the agenda is the budget introduction. Joe, you have comments on the budget?
Yes, I just shared my screen. So this is a straightforward budget for June 1st, 2026 to May 31st, 2027. I'm just bringing it up. I'm displaying page F1 of the budget, which summarizes, it's the P&L page, basically, revenue and appropriations. So I'm anticipating a 3.2% increase in revenue for the year. And that is anticipating that the board increases the connection fee in October to be effective November 1st, 2026. So the difference between the 2.9 and the 3.2 is basically coming from other sources of revenue, from our industrial and all the other categories of revenue sources. But it's pretty much in line with the rate increase that I'm anticipating. Appropriations. I'm going to note that most categories of the state budget under appropriations, that's our expenses, are going down slightly. For example, administration is going down 4.8%, mostly due to vacant positions that we experienced this past year, and we anticipate experiencing in the following year and in the current fiscal cycle. However, there are two categories that are pretty large that are going up, and that is involving our debt service. That's the principal on our loans that we anticipate paying and the interest on those loans. And for the benefit of the public, they should know that all the money we borrow, 50% of it is interest-free, and the remaining 50% is extremely low interest through the Infrastructure Bank of New Jersey. So these are not publicly bidded bonds. These are government-ran loans. Our appropriations for the year is $17.4 million. And that's pretty stable, uninteresting budget compared to the last 5 years, if you will. The next page I'm going to jump to is going to be CB3. That's our capital budget, which is also our capital projects plan. Let me just get down in there. Scrolling. Okay. CB3 is on page 50. First capital project listed is building security glass wall. I've been kind of putting that off for about 4 years. This building that was designed in the early 80s doesn't really have any security to it. So we should build a glass wall with a security door that starts in the vestibule area. And I plan on paying cash for that, or paying for it by cash in our accounts. We'll be writing a check. The next project is the Belmont Trunk Rehabilitation. Project will be $200,000 paid from our cash reserves. That, I'm guessing that'll take, Alex, would that take what, a week to do? To reline that, rehabilitate that?
I would say between a week and 2 weeks tops, yeah.
Okay. Next project is Shirley Avenue Pump Station rehabilitation and upgrade. That will be reinstituted this month. I intend to select the engineer on that and begin working on it. However, I don't know if I'll be spending any money by the end of the fiscal cycle. So it's discretionary should any money on CB3 be shown for this project, but it is shown the money for this project on CB4 and CB5. The next project is the Weston Canal Pump Station rehabilitation. That's a $20 million project, and I expect to be spending $300, and that project is also somewhat on pause now, so we're going to have to reinstitute that in the short term. But I do anticipate spending $350,000 on this project this year, and I put that amount in because we will be paying PSC&G maybe this month for the land easement, the permanent land easement for that. And that's a big step in this project. The next project is almost completed, and that's the Commerce Drive pump station. And I plan on spending this year $2 million. And that project total cost is it's about $2 million. Going back up. Next project is pump controls upgrade. There's 4 of them, about $50,000 a piece. So we're going to get that going. That'll be $200,000. The next 3 projects are annual projects: manual rehabilitation, pump impeller rehab, and e-grinder pump replacement. Those are things we do every year. We just don't know how many we're going to do or when exactly. So since they are capital upgrades, they have to be listed in this report. So manhole upgrade, we usually state we're going to spend 75. We almost always spend much less or none of that. Pump impeller, the same thing. We put in the budget $50,000, and e-grinder replacement we do about $30,000 each year. So those are standing projects. Next one is the building interior renovations. So we're going to do some improvements in the office, namely the break room that hasn't been touched since 1983. We're setting aside $50,000 for that, and then office painting for $10,000. Then the last project is a capital upgrade and replacement is our computer network server that's 7 or 8 years old. And we're putting in $40,000 for that. So all in all, it's a pretty stable, uneventful budget and gives us pretty solid numbers. And that concludes my summary of the budget, if anyone has any questions.
The question I have, Joe, is we're going to bond for $10,000 for painting the office?
No, none of that. That's all being paid for out of our cash position, with the exception of Commerce Drive, that $2 million. Everything else is coming out of cash.
Okay.
Now, with one exception to the exception, the $350,000 to purchase a land easement, I think can eventually be added to the iBank loan. Will,
Yes, that's correct.
if we want to, or we could just pay it in cash.
Correct.
But on this sheet, it says capital budget, so that's what threw me.
Yeah, so for capital, we can utilize our unrestricted net cash. We can use our designated cash. We could use loan or capital grants or other legally allowed sources of money.
Okay. Okay.
Who's the caller on the telephone?
Mr. Ford.
Okay, thank you.
I have no more questions.
So Brian, if there are no more questions, the next step, now this is just the introduction. I don't, do we have to vote to introduce it?
No.
We just present it to the public and put it on the website. Brian, you're muted.
Yes, you should vote to introduce it.
I make a motion to introduce the budget.
And I second that motion.
Mr. Ann Barronson,
Yes.
Ms. Ford,
Yes.
okay, Mr. Schmidt,
Yes.
Ms. Francois,
Yes.
Chairman Farugi. I think he's on, but he's driving.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, got you. Thank you.
Welcome.
Brian, I
Okay.
think that'll take us down to the minutes, right? The approval.
Yes, we already opened to public comment.
Yes.
We did the minute. We already voted on the minutes. So now we're on reports, executive project status summary. Joe?
Excuse me?
We're on the executive project status summary.
Oh, thank you. Can you bring it up? Ms. Doc Canvas. Okay, under legal, our legal services include the public bids, Green Hill litigation, meetings, resolutions, handbook, PSC&G easement, bankruptcies, general support, and the solar development project. Under the solar development project, I did receive a request to execute an agreement with PSC&G. I didn't quite understand all the details and implications, so I've delayed signing it. That precipitated a request to have a meeting with me with the vendor, where we will need to, and in fact, discuss that agreement more. So that meeting will be scheduled next week with Schneider Electric. I'm going to ask Dr. Roach to give us an update on the Edmunds financial platform upgrade and implementation.
Sure. We are currently just working on getting everything prepared for the annual audit. Everything is good on the financial side. We've wrapped up a full year on using the software, which is great. The utility billing, we have come to successful conclusion with that. And as of tomorrow, we will be having the installation of the credit card reader. So our customers will be able to now pay by credit card as well in the office, in addition to online and mail-in. So that's progress being made there. So we're pleased. Next big thing is the audit, but it's good. It's all good.
Dr. Roche, is there going to be a fee for paying by credit card?
I will have to look into that, Commissioner, and get back to you.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Roche.
You're very welcome.
And you're doing a great job with that project, too.
Thank you, Joe.
High Bay Garage is moving along still, but the engineers continue to coordinate with the authority staff to stage the final work items that are remaining. Nothing more to really say about that project. Brookline Avenue Sewer Rehabilitation Project. Final 6 laterals were unable to be lined as was all the others, and they are going to need to be excavated. That's more in-depth, laborious type work with an expense associated with it. There's no way around it. They tried everything they could. So the vendor was asked to provide a cost proposal to replace those laterals with PVC pipe and then continue with the work and lining. We're waiting for that, and I'm sure that'll come in due time. The project complete date is still being maintained and anticipated to be completed in August. Will, is that still inaccurate?
Yes, it is. That's accurate.
All right, thank you. Our $5 million of grant money was received and well spent. The Western Canal Pump Station project, NJDP did submit comments and questions regarding the easement work. We responded to that. The agreement, Dr. Roach, the chairman did sign the agreement
Or
with PSC&G.
yes, I think so. Yes.
Right. Okay, and we'll be sending them the inked copy. And the attorney, as reported last month, has started the title work. And once the title work comes in, we're going to execute a check to pay for it.
That's correct.
Commerce Drive Pump Station rehabilitation is going by really good. The plumbing and interior work and fixture work was completed. I think we're still waiting for a township inspection. Will, did they inspect that yet?
They did. Yes, it was it passed.
Good. The installation of the mechanical piping and equipment instrumentation devices is complete. Control wiring is all complete, and the canopy construction, as you can look across the street, is in progress. Nothing to report on our municipal partnerships of Southbound Brook and New Brunswick. I'm going to append another topic on this report that's not in the report. Western Canal Road Pump Station had a failure on one of its two pumps. I've discussed this with some of you already. These parts in these pumps are non-replaceable. They're non-manufactured. You cannot source them. And I mean, we have contingencies for this, and we're utilizing that. We brought in a vendor that is very familiar with this pump station, best in the industry. They looked at it, and they basically said, you need a new pump drive, which is basically a connection of mechanics and electronics. So we're really in a position we have no choice but to upgrade and replace these controls. We're taking a blind guess, thinking it's going to be $150,000. We don't know, but we're asking the vendor to give us a quote. I think the attorney would probably agree with me. This happened during a storm, and it puts us into an emergent condition. And this probably, in my opinion anyway, qualifies for an emergency purchase. Which, if that's the case, that'll shortcut the bureaucracy of our purchasing limitations. But Brian, I'm sure you and I can review this further as we go, but this is going to be a very quick emergency project that's got to go on the board. There is a possibility that once this does get upgraded and replaced, one, the old parts will be saved because we still have the other pump and its controls and drive that could utilize them. So we're going to warehouse these parts, all of them. But the new parts, there's a good chance they could be used in the new pump station, but we're not sure right now because that hasn't been designed yet. But in any case, we really have no choice. Right now we only have one working pump out of two. If that goes down, we have to go on, well, we don't like to, but we would have to go on bypass. So we don't have sewage overflowing and running down the street. So that concludes that report. Brian, I could go into the executive director's report. Be okay with that?
Yes, please, Joe.
Okay. For the month of June, the revenue for the month of June, we received checks and deposited the same in the amount of $916,210.73, which is high for a June. Year-to-date collected is the same because this is the first month. Penalties for the month of June generated is $14,244.21, which is low for June. Under expenses, as of May 31st, this is our last month of the fiscal cycle. That is, expenses were $2,794,707.45. For the year ending of that fiscal cycle, our expenses were $13,906,356.85. That, to our expenses for the year, were significantly lower than what we forecasted, almost $1 million lower. I'll say that we spent 92% of what we budgeted last year. So it's an 8% savings, give or take. Our net cash position as of May 31st, 2026, in the category of unrestricted, we have $3,069,434.88. Under restricted, it's $15,343,051.72. And under designated, we have $6,722,931.31, giving us a total net cash position of $25,135,417.91. Under discussion items, budget address. Tonight we are doing the budget introduction, where the appropriations are approximately $17.2 million. The revenue anticipation is approximately 18 million, and capital expenditures for this fiscal cycle are 3 million. That budget is presumed to receive, but not yet, a user rate increase of 2.9 to 3.9% increase as determined by the board in October of this year. Under the audit, no change as reported last month. The 2026 fiscal year ending audit fieldwork will begin in either July or August. Under IT and computers, we just received a number of new workstations that needed to be replaced, and this budget does in fact include money for a new server. Under projects, all projects are under the green category as they are on time, within budget, and moving forward as expected. The connection fee was approved tonight and is within the budget for $4,337 per connection. Under internal engineering, 21 new connections were completed in the month of May for May of 2026. We had 6 TRC applications. 1 was completed, 5 are in progress. Under our personnel and staffing strengths, it should be noted that we did, in fact, offer the position of operations manager, and that position was accepted. The person is Chris Giannato. Chris Giannato, 30 years ago, started his career here at the Franklin Township Sewage Authority, where he went on after 5 or 6 years to go on to other sewage authorities and treatment plants. He quickly acquired his collection certifications, and most of the time after Franklin Sewage Authority, almost entirely that time, he maintained a management position in all these other locations. He was born and raised and still lives in Franklin Township, where he is not only a volunteer firefighter, he's been the fire chief for the last 5 years in one of the busiest fire departments in town. He'll begin his employment here on July 20th, where maybe we'll do something to welcome him aboard and give the opportunity for the board members to come and meet him. Under commercial opportunities, as reported last month, Councilman Ram Embarrasson brought to my attention the water department's reports on industrial users in town. Some of their water usage was stunning. He thought at the time, he thought 1 million gallons a year was a lot. Turns out that's nothing. We have some users using 20, 30 million gallons of water a year. So what we're doing is we did a review of that, and then we compare that to their sewage account to see if our billing model was appropriate and if our billing model was accurate. At least 6 accounts popped up to me that without question they are worthy of auditing. However, we're not going to stop there, and that's just looking at the top 20, 15 or 20. We're going to keep on looking maybe to the top 20, 30, 40 of them, even the smaller users. But we have warehouses, data centers, machining shops, chemical companies, pharmaceutical companies, marijuana cultivators. They're all using a lot of water. And what we need to do is charge them appropriately and accurately. Thankfully, in the last 3 years, we made amendments to our rules, rates, and regulations that now give us the authority to go after them appropriately. And also for anyone who's recalcitrant or want to fight us, we can do it the easy way and just charge them per gallon of water. So to that said, Councilman Embarrasson asked for a meeting with me and the engineers to review this water data and look at the accounts. The board is also welcome to join that meeting. Unfortunately, though, only 2 commissioners can be present at one time, because otherwise it would, and more than that would be a quorum. I think we're meeting on the 13th to go over that. So it's more of a work session. But as things develop with this, we'll report more. But the end result is I'm confident that we will be bringing in hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe 2, maybe 4 of more revenue because of this.
Joe,
Anyone have any questions?
I have one question for the attorney. I asked our township attorney about this, because apparently the water bills could be adjusted retroactively up to 3 years if our water department made a billing error to the users. And I asked him, would that apply to the sewerage department as well? And he was checking that, but I would ask our legal counsel to check that out if we are able to go back retroactively, in fact, like the water department for 3 years to go back and bill them.
Commissioner, I'll have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure we can. But I will check that and get back to you by the next meeting.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You mentioned possibly billing per gallon. What would be the downside of doing that?
They're going to be really angry.
Aside from that, but would that be the no?
Well, when a gallon of water comes out of the faucet, a gallon of water does not necessarily go into the sewer system, right? Because you may drink that gallon of water. You may bake cookies with that water. You might make a product with that water. That water may evaporate. It may not go down the sewer. And everyone is going to claim not all that water goes down the sewer. And they have to substantiate it. There's one account that already told us, yeah, we're using all that water, but we put it through an evaporation system and it evaporates, right? It's part of their cooling system. Okay, well, if that's the case, they have to prove to us they have an evaporation system. And if that is not satisfying our suspicion, we can always then say, all right, well, we're going to require you to put a meter on your sewer line and count the gallons that actually go in. We could take it a step further and say, you know what? Every 3 months, we want you to also take a sample of that water and send it to the lab. Or we could say, for example, we're so familiar with your system and operations, we get it. So we're not going to meter or sample, but we're going to take a good scientific equation and calculate the gallons that you're sending into sewer and just charge you the correct amount of EDUs. So there are 3 models that are very common. The 4th model is to say, we're just going to charge you per gallon of water.
Isn't it true that many townships, water authorities and the township sewerage departments do it that way?
They do. Like New Brunswick, I know, does that. But they don't do it 1 for 1. You know, a gallon of water is not the same cost as a gallon going into sewer. There's a differential. You know, they have their equation. But yes, it's based upon the water usage.
What would be your preference?
Depends on the account. Definitely depends on the characteristics of the account.
So we would have different models for different accounts, is what you're saying?
Oh yeah, we do now. We do now. Because, you know, if, let's just take a data center, for example. One data center say if you have two data centers, one has, and they both using water to cool down their data center. One may have a closed loop system, and one may have an old or out of date open line system. One's going to go into the sewer, one's going to go a lot less into the sewer. That one, a closed loop system, that facility may run really similar to just a warehouse with few people in it. In that case, if we confirm the closed loop system, we're just going to put them on an EDU count. That's an easy one.
So on a closed loop system, consequently, they would be using a lot less water also.
Correct.
Still using the same amount of water like the other operations, then something is not right.
Correct. Then same thing with, let's talk about a cannabis cultivator. They both need water to grow, but depending on their operations, that water is going to evaporate at different rates. Also, one cultivator might be also manufacturing edible products. Those edible products are going to consume the water. So you just don't know. That's what the expertise of the authority inspector and our engineers, they're going to go in and they're going to look at it.
Okay, so you could possibly do categories of industry, have certain categories.
And then subcategories, yeah. Yeah, you really have to take it case by case. It's very interesting, actually.
I know it is.
If we find a couple of accounts that are interesting, maybe we'll ask them that if the board members can tour it.
Well, I would think that we would use whatever best practices are out there. We're not reinventing the wheel here. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Nothing's being reinvented.
Mm-hmm. I think it's a great sign that the Councilman Rom came up with, and you are, taking this charge on. It seems unreal that, we, all these years, we've missed this,
Really, the big new thing is the data centers. That's a big new thing because they're using new technology, new engineering, new utilities. That's the new one. That and the marijuana cultivators.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the data center discussion that we were having with our staff prompted me to ask that question and accidentally discover this billing gap.
Yeah.
I'll take the credit. You're a genius.
Mm-hmm.
All credit to you, Councilman.
Thank you. I'll take it.
Now, you can take that credit, but when you're not around, I'm going to take it.
You did too.
All right. Next on the report is resolutions. Of the standard resolutions, payroll, operating expenses, renewal and replacement, and escrow. We have resolutions. Those are standard on consent resolutions. We do not have any resolution for general fund or North Track. Under the additional resolutions, we have the following. Resolution 5, authorizing the budget, authorizing the introduction of the budget that we just went through. Number 6, authorizing the, and also Councilman Schmidt, to no surprise of me, he found a typo in the budget document, which then got copied to the resolution. The auditor made a numerical typo. We fixed it. It was supposed to be a 2 instead of a 3 in the appropriations amount. So that's relative to resolution number 5. Number 6 is authorizing the renewal of a lease with Pitney Bowes. Number 7 resolution is modifying the sewer connection fee for the fiscal year. And resolution number 8 is authorizing the refund of monies that are due because someone made the double payment for their sewer bill. And they're located at 242 Amethyst Way. That concludes my report, and I am unaware of any reason for any executive session.
So am I. No reason for executive session. And the next item on the agenda is committee reports. And first is negotiations/personnel. Any report?
Brian, do we want to go back to the consent agenda resolutions and vote on those?
Well, on this, we have the committee reports, then we have the consent agenda after.
Okay.
On the agenda you sent me, the last one.
Okay.
So I'm following that. So committee reports, negotiations/personnel. Any report?
Yeah, the only report I would have is I sat in the interview with Chris and I was very impressed by his credentials. And I believe that he's a great find for the authority. He's familiar with the staff. He worked here for 5 years, many years ago, and he loves Franklin, as you can tell from his background. So I think he's a great guy, great operations manager for us. And good work finding him, Joe.
He actually found us. He approached me in person about 4 years ago. And then a little over 2 years ago, out of nowhere, he just sent me his resume. And, when the retirement came, I didn't think I was going to be able to utilize him. As we all know, we had a succession plan internal that kind of blew up on me. But it all ended up coincidentally favorable.
Yep, good work.
Thank you.
That's all I have.
Municipal Liaison Committee.
I have nothing to report.
Can I just add one other thing? In the meeting here, we have Alex Grosso, who quickly stepped up and accepted an offer for promotion to foreman. And he's doing a great job. He's here promptly 6:30 in the morning. He's been not only running all the crews, the operations, and the projects, but he's also receiving a very intimate level of tutoring from the engineer and the engineers team, and working closely with me. But he's doing a fantastic job as foreman and really acting manager, shouldering everything.
Thank you, Joe.
Thanks for stepping up, Alex. Now go get your C3 license.
I'm on it.
Okay.
Yeah, have that done by Thursday.
Municipal Liaison.
Nothing to report.
Construction Committee. I don't know who the construction committee person is, but
the chairman is usually in charge of that. I think he's not on the call. I don't have anything to report.
Okay. And then Safety Committee.
I will report there are no authorized injuries for the month.
Okay. Now we're on resolutions, the consent agenda. All of the items listed are considered to be of routine nature, thereby requiring one motion and 1 second for all items. If any member wishes to remove an item from the consent agenda, please advise me at this time which resolution or resolutions need to be handled separately, and they will be addressed and voted on separately. We have as Joe indicated, the standard resolutions, payroll, operating expense account, renewal and replacement, and escrow account. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
And roll call?
Mr. M. Berenson,
Yes.
Ms. Ford,
Yes.
Mr. Schmidt,
Yes.
Ms. Francois,
Yes.
and Chairman Farugi.
Garage door opened.
Yeah. Okay.
And I say yes too.
Okay. So Commissioner Davenport, I'll put your vote in there.
Okay. Next is the additional separate resolutions. Resolution number 5 is the resolution for the 2027 authority budget resolution fiscal year June 1st, 2026 to May 31st, 2027. Is there a motion?
I move.
And a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. M. Berenson,
Yes.
Ms. Ford, Mr. Schmidt,
Was that changed to 17,491,000?
it's changed to 17,291,000 as per Joe Danielson.
$17,291,670.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it was changed.
Garage door
Then yes.
Okay. Thank you. Ms. Francois,
Yes.
Ms. Davenport,
Yes.
Chairman Farugi, okay.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, again. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
Yes,
hear you
please.
first time, but are you saying yes?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
The next resolution is number 6. This is a resolution authorizing the renewal of a lease agreement with Pitney Bowes, Inc. Is there a motion?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. M. Berenson,
Yes.
Ms. Ford, Mr. Schmidt,
Yes.
Ms. Francois,
Yes.
Ms. Davenport,
Yes.
and Chairman Farugi.
Yes.
Next resolution is number 7. This is a resolution modifying the sewer connection fee for the fiscal year June 1st, 2026 through May 31st, 2027. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
I said
Roll call, please.
Mr. M. Berenson,
Yes.
Ms. Ford, got it. Mr. Schmidt,
Yes.
Ms. Francois,
Yes.
Ms. Davenport,
yes.
and Chairman Farugi.
Yes.
And the final resolution is number 8. This is the resolution authorizing the refund of monies due to a double payment on property located at 242 Amethyst Way. Is there a motion?
I move.
And a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. M. Berenson,
Yes.
Ms. Ford, okay, Mr. Schmidt,
Yes.
Ms. Francois,
Yes.
Ms. Davenport,
Yes.
and Chairman Farugi.
Yes.
Okay, we already discussed that there's no need for executive session. Action items from the meeting, there are none. And finally, a motion to adjourn.
I vote.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, everyone. Great
Thank
seeing
you,
you.
everybody.
Have a good
Sorry,
night.
I apologize. Good night. I'm still driving.
Good
I
night,
apologize.
everyone.
Have a good evening.